name is CNMI. I am the third unmute presenter today. Hello, but I'm going to introduce you guys to some of the progress and updates that the BPD office has been going through for the past year. I'm joined today with my colleagues, Krista de Leon Guerrero and Faustina Camacho, and our team's also right here in the front, so please feel free to stop by, ask us any questions on anything that we have to let you guys know today. So this is just a brief overview of what we're going to be going through. As you see, we have our main program. So for the BEAD program, we're going to go through the sub-grant selection process and the Governor's Broadband Bootcamp, Workforce Development Program, and then we also have the Digital Equity Program, and we're just going to go through the Capacity Grant and the Competitive Grant. And lastly, we're just going to give you a quick overview of the Google Pacific Connect initiative.
Thank you, Dana, for that wonderful introduction. Hi, everyone. My name is Krista de Leon Guerrero. Again, I am the BEAD Outreach Coordinator for the Broadband Policy and Development Office. So, diving into BEAD, we have successfully completed all 10 milestones in the planning phase and are now transitioning into the exciting sub-grant selection process. We are currently drafting our sub-grant application packet, and we plan to launch the application process in October with a public notice issued in advance to keep everyone informed. To support applicants, we'll be offering one-on-one sessions to help clarify the requirements and ensure a smooth application experience. The application process will be open for 45 days. To ensure fairness, a clear scoring system will evaluate applications based on predefined criteria. There will be 21 tracks or project-funded areas across Saipan, Tinian, and Rhoda, with Saipan having 19 tracks and Tinian and Rhoda having a track each. Interested applicants must submit a detailed technical application narrative including network design, service plans, deployment timelines, and cost and revenue estimates. A 25% match is required from the sub-grantee. All costs from network installation to customer connections should be included in the initial proposals, as no additional funding will be provided for unforeseen expenses. Submitted applications will be reviewed by a panel who will assess them based on project feasibility, alignment with program goals, and the applicant's capacity to deliver. Final proposals will be submitted to the NTIA, and we will notify award winners and unsuccessful applicants as soon as possible. Once awarded, sub-grantees will have 4 years to complete their projects. So to wrap up on this first part of my update, we are very excited to start on this next phase of the BEAD process. Our goal is to ensure that the sub-grant selection is transparent, fair, and conducive to bringing high-quality broadband access to every corner of Saipan, Tinian, and Rhoda. And now, for some more exciting news, we are launching the Governor's Broadband Bootcamp. This initiative is part of our commitment to building a stronger, more connected CNMI. Through this program, we aim to train residents to become the backbone of our broadband expansion efforts, equipping them with the skills needed to lay the groundwork for a high-speed, reliable fiber network across Saipan, Tinian, and Rhoda. We are allocating just over $3 million from the anticipated $80 million BEAD funding to support this initiative. This funding will cover program operations, management, training materials, and living stipend for trainees. The goal is to ensure we have a skilled local workforce ready to assist sub-grantees in deploying underground fiber to over 10,000 homes and businesses. So we plan to launch the program in October and conclude it just before the first BEAD-funded network deployment project begins. The training will run for 6 months, providing up to 300 trainees with a living stipend. We are collaborating with NMC, NMTech, ITS, and the Department of Labor to develop a comprehensive curriculum that includes hands-on training, on-the-job experience, and classroom instruction. Our primary goal is to equip local residents with the necessary skills to actively participate in this significant development. While sub-grantees have the option to hire external labor, we believe it is more beneficial to train our own community members. By doing so, we not only foster personal and professional growth among our residents, but also strengthen our community's capacity to maintain and expand these networks in the future. This approach ensures that the skills and knowledge gained create lasting benefits and sustainable job opportunities beyond the completion of the BEAD project. And that completes my updates on the BEAD program. I'll hand give you guys an update on the digital equity program. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. Since our last presentation at the general membership meeting in September of 2023, the Broadband Policy and Development Office has achieved several significant milestones with the Digital Equity Program. Today, I want to introduce to you the Digital Equity Grant Programs offered by the NTIA, which is the National Telecommunications and Information Administration. These are the three key programs that I'd like to highlight. The Planning Grant Program, and it was issued to the CNMI in May of 2023. The State Capacity Grant Program, the CNMI submitted its application in July 2024 and is currently awaiting approval and awards. And finally, the Competitive Grant Program, which was recently released in August of 2024. So just a timeline of events. BPD was established in April of 2023. And the next month of May 2023, the Digital Equity Planning Grant was awarded. Throughout the following months, we developed the Digital Equity 5-Year Plan, which was approved by NTIA in July of 2024. Following the plan's approval, BPD submitted the State Capacity Grant application in July of 2024, and we expect results by the end of this year. In August of 2024, a Notice of Funding Opportunity was issued for the Competitive Grant Program. So the Competitive Grant Program's purpose is to support efforts to achieve digital equity, promote digital inclusion activities, and spur greater adoption of broadband among covered populations. This program is particularly important because it extends eligibility beyond state broadband offices to include other entities. If your organization fits into any of these categories, we highly encourage you to apply. We have state agencies or subdivisions, including those overseeing adult education, literacy activities, or public housing, Indian tribes, Alaska Native entities, or Native Hawaiian organizations, not-for-profit foundations, corporations, institutions, or associations, community anchor institutions, which are public schools, libraries, healthcare providers, community colleges, or other nonprofit or governmental community support organizations, local educational agencies, entities involved in workforce development programs, or partnerships beyond, between any of the above entities. Just like the State Capacity Grant Program and the Digital Equity Plan, the Competitive Grant Program prioritizes 7 key covered populations: low-income households, aging populations, incarcerated individuals, veterans, individuals with disabilities, individuals with language barriers, racial and ethnic minority groups, and rural residents. So projects under this grant should include addressing the gaps in the implementation of the state digital equity plans, supplement or further advance these plans, and address barriers to digital equity not previously identified in the plan. Additionally, these projects should focus on serving covered populations, enable long-lasting and meaningful change, include measurable implementation strategies, and involve stakeholder engagement throughout the implementation process. So we understand that there has been some confusion among entities interested in applying for the Competitive Grant Program regarding the roles of eligible entities and administering entities. To clarify, there is a separate set-aside funding specific for the U.S. territories. Governor Arnold Palacios has designated the Broadband Office, the Broadband Policy and Development Office, as the CNMI's administering entity for this funding. The deadline for this submission is in October of 2024. There is a nationwide application pool for eligible entities as mentioned in the previous slide. The deadline for this application is September 23rd, 2024, Eastern Time. We will share the application packet with other helpful resources with the Chamber, who will share it with anyone else interested. Again, it's also important to note that the deadline is in 3 weeks. the nationwide polls on September 23rd, 2024. We highly encourage you all to apply if this is in your purpose. Okay, now I'll be going through the Google Pacific Connect initiative. So what essentially the Google Pacific Connect initiative is, it's a major project undertaken by Google that's meant to specifically enhance the digital infrastructure in the Pacific just by laying down fiber optic subsea cables. And it's really, Google established a partnership with the CNMI to land the first trans-Pacific cable to the CNMI. As you can see in the picture, it will be connected between Japan and Guam, and the name of this first trans-Pacific cable is called PROA. It was named by our Honorable Governor Arnold I. Palacios, and we found the name very fitting just because it really symbolizes the connection of the CNMI to the rest of the world via our fiber optic subsea cable. So Google's initial investment in this will be $100 million. However, the total investment for the entire PCI project will be $4 billion. So what are some of the initiative updates that we have that pertains to the CNMI? One of the main ones is that the CNMI expects to land at least 4 subsea fiber optic cables within a 2-year time frame. This is very important for us because it increases redundancy, and just in case, like let's give you guys for an example, if one cable were to undergo any damages, whether it be natural weather occurrences or just any outages, we can rely on other main connections, ensuring that we do have a stable digital environment. Another update that we have is that we're going to be building a hyperscale internet exchange point data center here in the CNMI. This allows for more data traffic and just ensuring that we can have higher internet speeds within the CNMI. Another one is a core node location. So the CNMI is going to serve as one of the 2 split core nodes in the PCI subsea system, ensuring that we're going to have regional digital connectivity here. So there are many economic and community benefits for the Google PCI project here in the CNMI. One of the main ones is that improved internet reliability and speed. As we mentioned before, the 4 subsea cable landings will provide for us different connections just to ensure redundancy and to make sure that it's more stable. Making this will allow new industries and attract digital workers just for remote professionals or even attracting remote tech startups. It also ensures economic growth because with the influx of more digital workers, we can contribute to a local economic growth. It also opens for us e-commerce and global market access with more and reliable internet access and connectivity. Residents don't only have to do their daily activities, but it also allows for businesses to expand their customer base beyond just the islands. And lastly, it allows us to support more education and healthcare because with the increased digital connectivity, we are allowed to access more different resources from education and telehealth services. These are just some of the economic and community benefits that the PCI project will lay in the CNMI, but overall we expect for the project to lay a more digitally vibrant and economically growing future for us.
Thank you, and that concludes our presentation. We have our website up here and our emails if you have any questions, if you want to connect with us. And yeah, that's all we have. Do you guys have any questions?